And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another stadium review. Today, we are reviewing the second stop on the Indiana campus tour, and that was Assembly Hall, located in Bloomington, Indiana, the home of Indiana men's and women's basketball. Another absolutely iconic venue that is very highly rated, so it was definitely another bucket list arena for me. We got to see MSU play here, MSU women's team play here, and they won 80-60. Very, very good performance from the women. But we were also there to take in Assembly Hall. So, what did I think? I have a lot of thoughts. Let's just jump right into it, shall we? First off, I do have to make a complaint, and we'll talk about this in a future stadium review as well. They were staffing people for the parking lots, even though the parking was free. Why? Because I'm assuming they're paid, right? So you're paying people just to sit there. For what reason? Like, I thought they were checking passes at first, or that they were going to take cash. Nope, we just drove right past them like it was nothing. Why? They weren't even directing traffic. They were just kind of like standing there. Really, really weird. That's just something that's just a little minute observation that I made. But oh my god, the exterior of this arena, it's a very unique looking exterior for sure. It's like a big box. But it's like a very big box with some deformities to it, but it is beautiful. It's a very beautiful looking arena. It's absolutely huge from the outside, with a very crisp look to it. It's an absolutely gorgeous arena to look at from the outside. I got to give a lot of credit to them for that. But the only thing that might take away from the outside of the arena is the inside of the arena. The inside is also extremely beautiful. Very, very clean. They have lots of statues, lots of plaques, lots of trophy cases, things like trophies to look at, plaques to read, statues to look at. They have a lot of decorations up, some old like stuff from the old court that you can look at, and so much awesome stuff to just observe and look at. It is really a sight to behold, especially if you are a basketball fan, like a college basketball fan. You will definitely appreciate this one. Indiana is a very historic program, and they lean into that. They do. There's a lot of history to look at. There's lots of things to appreciate from their days as a more powerhouse college basketball program. And it is, like I said, it is on full display. They have a merch stand as well that inside the stadium, just like Purdue does. It's not their own carved out little booth. It's just kind of something that they pop up. But give them credit, there is a lot more merch selection, and they have a more official team store that they have open that you can walk around as well with an even better selection, including Bob Knight bobbleheads for $50. No, folks, I did not buy one. So that's cool that they have a very wide range of selection. They have their store open on a women's basketball game day. I don't know that's always the case. This was a more higher premium game, I'm sure, being a noon game on a holiday. I'm sure that was why, partially, possibly. But the fact that they had it open at all, I really, really liked. And you get to kind of look into the press area. Like Big Ten Network stuff. That was cool too. I got to see that. The concourse is a little weird, because most of the concourse stuff is on the second level. You walk in and there's where like the statues are. There's where the store is. The replica court thing you can look at. A lot of that stuff's on the lower level, but there's no real entrances to the seats unless you sit in the general admission end zone areas. So you have to go up the escalators, and then you get to go to the concession stands, walk around. You can still see a lot of stuff up there, too. That's where you can get to your seats. It reminded me of Van Andel Arena. I wouldn't say better. I wouldn't say it's a lot what am I trying to say? I wouldn't say it's significantly better than Van Andel, but I did think that they made it a little bit more necessary, or made it make more sense in a way, if that makes any sense. I don't know really where I was really going with that, but and they have escalators and stairs, that take you up. So it's not like a huge nuisance, but it is an interesting design choice, because the area where the arena's at is pretty flat. So it definitely wasn't something that they had to work on with construction, which Van Andel has that same thing to it too, but just interesting. Now, the arena itself is huge. The size outside is not deceiving, folks. You walk into where the seats are, and they just go way up. Well, on the sides at least, the end zones are pretty small, which is another unique design for Assembly Hall. But my God, they go so high, a little bit too high in the lower bowl, I think. The upper deck drapes over the lower bowl too much. I'm not a fan of where the lower bowl seats at the very top. You build so much of the upper deck over so that you have to put TVs with the game that you're currently watching live on the TV so that people can see what's going on. I don't like that. They do that so they can sell more tickets, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Not a fan of that. Most of the arena, though, including the upper deck, is still a good view, and there's a lot of upper decks. It is a high climb to the top of this one. So be prepared for that if you do come here for a game, that you will be sitting very, very high up. So, especially if you want to, you want to, again, take that into consideration and make sure you are in very fit shape. I will say. But I mean, it is just massive. And you think, oh no, it's never gonna be full. It is full. I mean, even for this game, I'd say maybe half capacity. It was very, very loud. This game was very, very loud, very, very intense environment, and I can't even imagine what it would be like for a men's game. Again, if Purdue's here, or MSU's here, or Michigan's here, or something like that, for a Big Ten men's game, or even like a more higher opponent for women's, I mean, it'd be loud. It's very loud. I was not expecting it to be as loud as it was. I know Assembly Hall is a very iconic arena, but I didn't know about how the actually environment of the fan base would be. But my God, they were into it, which was really, really cool. So I got to give them credit there. I was very pleasantly surprised with the concessions here too. One, most of the stands were open. Not all of them, but I'd say probably about 90 to 95% of the stands were open. I only counted, I think, 2 or 3 total that were closed, and those were mostly specialty stands anyways. They had a lot of great options for concessions. Some like special campus named items. They had some chain stuff too. Like there was a Chick-fil-A stand, and there was a couple other stuff like that. But it was mostly like regular just campus food. But it was some really, really like unique options. Like they had this gigantic foot-long chili dog. It looked really, really good. We didn't get it. Instead, I got the nachos, like the souvenir nachos that come in like a basketball bowl, and they have like pulled pork and cheese on top of them. They were pretty good. A bit higher priced, but they were good. So that was that, and I get to have a souvenir bowl. Cool, I guess. And large portions, like I said, a foot-long hot dog, a foot-long chili dog, gigantic bowl of nachos. Even the regular stuff was pretty well portioned for its price. You know, the prices overall were normal, like on a base level, but for what you're getting for that price, I'd say it was pretty good. I was pretty surprised. Also, most of the arena is box seats. Like I said earlier, the only spots that aren't are the ones right around the court, like in the end zones behind the basket, as well as a few like right behind the benches and whatnot. Most of the arena, though, again, is box seats, and they're very comfy box seats. I will give them credit. They're very nice, comfy. View is not really not really obstructed at all. So that was very, very nice. That I had to say for that. Like Mackey Arena, though, I will say not a lot of fan interaction. They didn't do a whole lot of stuff with like. They did a few basic ones, but there wasn't anything crazy. And again, it was a New Year's Day. You know, I was expecting them to do a little bit of something with that, and they just didn't. Which, you know, the team was getting their ass beat, so there's that. But just saying. I would like to see something a little bit better. I also wish that they had the stats posted on the scoreboard, not just the score, or not the amount of fouls that they have, but like just something to show like their shooting percentages, or the amount of free throws that they've made, or you know, something like that. Mackey had it, Breslin has it, a lot of arenas have it. Most arenas do, but not this one for some reason. You only get it like during a timeout or at halftime when they show it for a brief moment on the screen, which is a little weird in my opinion. Like, they have other scoreboards besides the big jumbotron. You couldn't put them there? No, instead of, we just gotta have the candy canes on the side. Like, what the fuck? Come on now. Anyway, that's all I had written down about Assembly Hall. I hate to say it, but this may be my favorite arena in all of basketball. It's beautiful. I had a couple gripes, couple complaints. They're pretty minor complaints, though. I gotta say, overall, this is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful arena. Very clean, very good looking, very well taken care of. Lots of history, great views, comfy, good food, great pricing. Not great pricing, but average pricing. I really, really enjoyed my time here. I'd have to give Assembly Hall probably a 9 out of 10. It was in a great arena, and I want to go back there as soon as possible because it was a lot of fun. So, but that's gonna do it for this review. If you've seen Assembly Hall, I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. And that's going to do it for this video as well. So stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more stadium reviews and other awesome stuff. And until next time, see you guys later. Goodbye.